Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your morning motivation mix on Monday. Yes, your Monday motivation morning mix. That's what it is. All right, you've reached the beta project with me. I'm DeMarcus Tunstall, and you guys, this is a 2020 edition. And I know most of you guys are giving up on 2020, but at any point in time, you can turn around and recreate anything you want. So today's a great day to do it. Go ahead and step up and change your life. If you don't like the way 2020 is going, then change it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had a fantastic 2020. But you know, when all the stuff was going on around me, I decided not to focus in on it, not because it wasn't important, but because what you focus on, you create more of. So I'm not gonna focus on the turmoil. I'm gonna focus on the great things I want. I wanna focus on love. I wanna focus on giving and being kind and being prosperous. I want to focus on the positivity. I want to focus on helping people. I want to focus on winning and being successful. I want to focus on my body being the best shape of my life. You know, there's so many things to focus on and to, you know, get after that. You know, I don't have time for the negativity. Turn the news off. You want to start? Turn the news off. Anyways, I'm not here to preach. I'm here to talk to you guys. So today's quote is, "When you visualize, you materialize," and I think that's the London Eye. If you haven't been there, it's freaking amazing. That thing is massive. You could drive a whole bunch of cars up in there. That's how big it is. And this thing is a monster. But anyway, so when you visualize, you materialize. All right, let me go ahead and bring you on camera. Here we go. We're having some fun today. I almost had a dance party at the beginning, but I decided not to. I was going to have you guys dance with me, but it's not that kind of day anymore, I don't think. So, what's up? How are you? First of all, big shouts out to my kickball team, Ball, for an undefeated season and undefeated playoffs, and you guys did a fantastic job. I could brag on you all day long, and you know that's what this is about today. It's about your perfect game. What you guys what we did. I'm gonna give out some secrets into how you can win. So you want to know how to win in your life, you want to know how to win in your relationships, you want to know how to win in your family, you want to know how to win in your finances. I'm going to give you a really big tool to teach you how to win in all that. So here we go. Ready? So the first thing we're going to talk about today is really cool. Let me tell you a little bit about my team. So we had kickball playoffs last night, and it was that morning, and I told my team the whole week I had nobody talking about the game on purpose. I don't want them talking about the game. You know, at the beginning of the season, I actually shut that down. I was like, you know, guys, we will not be talking about the teams that we're playing because that doesn't matter. And they didn't understand that. And the reason they didn't matter, not because they weren't good, not because they weren't bad, because they were irrelevant. All we knew is there was going to be a team against us, and we had to fight to the best of our ability to make sure that we won the game. That's as simple as that. So focusing on who's in front of you, et cetera, that's irrelevant. So the first thing I wanted my team to do, which we've never done before, is I wanted them to visualize. And I asked them, I said, visualize your perfect game. And your perfect game in this scenario could be anything in your life that you want to succeed in. Like I said, you know, succeeding in your love, succeeding your marriage, succeeding your finance, succeeding your family, succeeding your sports, whatever it is. But I told them, I was like, you know, guys, I want you to visualize your perfect game. Take 30 seconds. Visualize what your perfect throws look like, what your perfect kicks look like, what your perfect catches look like, what your perfect fielding looks like, what your perfect base running looks like. And the thing is, I wanted them to focus on all the things and the aspects of their game that looks perfect to them and what that feels like. Okay? So that's number one. Now, why is that a big deal? Because when you're focusing on your game and you're focusing on the pieces of your game, you're not focused on the other team. Meaning you're focused on what you've got to do because you trust everybody else around you to do what they've got to do. Now, understandable in real life, when you're doing things in real life, it's kind of very similar. You got to do the best you can and hope that everybody else at your job is doing their job. If not, obviously, things kind of break down. But it's all about visualizing what you want. So here goes quote number one. The key to effective visualization is to create the most detailed and clear and vivid picture to focus on. Now, here's the big deal. Why did I put this up here? Because, ladies and gentlemen, what my team was doing is I wanted them to get a detailed, clear picture on where their focus would go, so that if something did happen, we could redirect to the perfect game that they created in their mind, not to the current situation that was affecting them. Now, this is what makes a powerhouse, not necessarily as a team, but makes a powerhouse in life. you got to be able to focus on all the things that you want, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be able to focus on how it looks, how it feels to you. That person you want to hold and hug, focus on them. See it, visualize it in great detail. Now, the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, if you do this and you don't win or that person doesn't show, then you end up, a little saddened because you got such a vivid, clear picture. But the picture, the visualization is the first piece of this. Getting in there and knowing what you want, knowing that company you want to start, knowing that amount of money you want to make, visualizing, and then creating it in your mind, running the scenario over and over, seeing yourself standing on stage if that's what you want to do, seeing yourself helping the masses if that's what you want to do. These are my things. Like I want to stand on stage and I want to speak one day. I want to be able to create my school leadership. I've talked to you about that. I want to be able to give more to the masses and create some philanthropic things in my life. I want to do all these things. I want myself to have love and I want myself to be prosperous, but I also want other people to win too. So I got all these vivid pictures of me standing on these places and doing all these things. And my question is are you going through life with a visualization mindset or a handle what's in front of me right now mindset? See, the thing is that most of the teams that played us this year were focused on us, not the win of the game. They thought that if we focus on DeMarcus and his team, then we'll win. But it was too late. We've already seen the win. We've already seen the game won. We already in our hearts believed that the game was won, and that's why I had them focus on that, right? So the cool thing is that, it doesn't matter who's in front of you when you're focusing on your perfect game. You got to go after it. So that's quote number one. So you got to visualize it. And the way to visualize it effectively, you got to have a detailed, clear, and vivid picture. And you got to focus on it. It's not something that just comes and sits there. You got to focus on it. And I was talking to somebody in the game and they were having a little struggle here and there. I was like, think about this. Even in the perfect game, there is going to be flaws. Things are not going to go your way. It doesn't matter because if you visualize your perfect game, you can shake off what just went wrong and go back to what you focused on. And that's just like you. Things are going to happen in life. Nobody saw COVID-19 popping up. Just going to say it. Well, most people did not see COVID-19 popping up. But the cool thing is, ladies and gentlemen, even if it is here, you got to focus on something else that you want to create that's going to be bigger than you. And in the game, they understood what I was saying. I just said, don't focus on that negativity. Focus on the positivity. I had 3 situations in my game, 3 of them, that people were focused on something else. And what I did is I brought them back and I connected eyes with them and said, look, what are you focused on? What are you focused on? Because if you're focused on something, that means you're visualizing it. What you visualize, you materialize. And the most effective way of visualization is a clear, vivid, and detailed picture. I said, what are you focused on? What are you focused on? What are you focused on? Okay. And then they got it. I said, cool. Shook their hand and walked off because I knew that now they had reset themselves back to the center. Back to that perfect game in their mind, that visualization. They went back to that game. I asked them to visualize in their head. I said, go back to that place where you're a champion, where you've already won the game. Now, I'm not saying that we were going to win the game. What I'm saying is that you visualizing takes you a whole lot further than you just showing up and hoping things go well. Okay? So, here we go. So, the other part, remember I said there's 2 steps to this. Visualization is huge. After you visualize, you can't just sit there thinking about it all day. That's part of it. You can't just sit here visualizing love. You got to go out there and do the things that are necessary to get the love. You can't just visualize more money. You got to go and get it. So vision without execution is delusion. So if you're willing to visualize everything you could possibly visualize, but you're not willing to take the steps out there to go get it, then you're just kidding yourself. You can't win. Nothing is given to you, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to earn it. Whether you know it or not, the things that are given to you are earned in one way, shape, or form. Whether it be good or bad, you have earned what you get. But here's the thing about it. If you're not willing to work for it, you're not willing to take the action for it, then all you have is just a dream. I can dream all day, but it doesn't make it real. I can dream like Scrooge McDuck. He used to jump in a whole pile of money. I can dream that Marcus Tunsil is jumping off a high dive into a whole lot of gold. I could visualize that. You know what? It's not going to happen because I'm not jumping into gold, but it's that visualization. I can think about it all day long, but it doesn't make it true until I go out and get it. So you got to have vision plus your execution. If you don't have that, you have delusion. All right. And then the last quote I have here, which is probably my favorite one of all of them, is this. Plan your execution, which is visualization. You're planning, you're seeing it. See, the thing is, to plan something, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to visualize how all the pieces are going to fall together the best way they can. And be flexible when things don't go your way. It's okay. You got to focus in on what you do want to happen. But you got to plan your execution. You've got to visualize your execution. Visualize, materialize. Sorry, vision. Let me go back to it. I forgot it already. What you visualize, and when you visualize, then you materialize. So you visualize this stuff first, ladies and gentlemen, and then after you visualize, you execute the plan that you see in your mind, or the plan that you wrote on paper. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so many times out there that you're just going to go out, you're going to see something, you're going to want it, but you're not going to go execute that plan. And that's unfortunate, because anything can be yours if you do your best. All you have to do is visualize it and see it. There's more steps to it, but to be honest with you, visualize what you want, see what you want, and then go out and grab it, because it is yours. You're a champion, ladies and gentlemen. See, here's the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't that, we are the greatest team since sliced bread. That's not what it was about, ladies and gentlemen. But sometimes the battles that you face start mental first. You play mental battles first, get that visualization going, and then you go out and execute, because the only difference between a team that is equally matched is the visualization of one's planning to beat this team and one's planning to win the game. That's a big deal. Now, why do you say that's a difference? Because if I'm planning to win the game, I've already gotten in my head exactly what I'm going to do to make it happen. If you're planning on beating a team, you're focused in on that team, not the win. Even though you think, if I focus on that team and beat them, I get the win, it's a little bit different. So you got to plan your execution, you got to plan what you're going to do, and then you got to execute the plan. And you got to go after it, and you got to take hold of it, and it's yours. Now, once again, I want to say congratulations to you, Ball. You guys went out there and probably played the best defense I've ever seen. Your offensive, oh my gosh. And my ladies, the ladies on my team, my goodness, you ladies were stunning. You were absolutely amazing out there. And I just watched you grow from being what you started the season out to being, at the end of the season, to there was no fear in your heart. Taking the fear out of your heart and realizing how great you actually are. And just to be able to see these things and watch somebody grow because they want to grow. Man, it's a powerful thing, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, you have the ability to go out and get anything and everything you want to in life. It's up to you. And I just need you to step up and do two things. One, I need you to see it. I need you to absolutely 100% see the opportunity that you want. I want you to run it through your mind. And the cool thing is that as you run it through your mind, ladies and gentlemen, you even kind of put yourself in situations where you got to work a little harder. A perfect catch is great, but what if you got to run to get it? You know what I'm saying? And this is in our kickball game. What if you got to sprint a little bit to get it, or you can't reach it, so you bump it up to somebody else, or all there's different avenues to this. But listen, what I want you to do is just see it first. That's number one. And number two, execute that plan. And even if things don't go your way, ladies and gentlemen, keep executing your plan. And if you get sidetracked, go back to your plan, and then guess what? Execute it. What you see becomes. What you focus on becomes. What you dream of and visualize, detailed, hold on, I forgot it again. Detailed, clear, and vivid, these pictures that you're creating, they end up becoming real. And that's all I want for you, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to win. I want everybody to win. Even when I'm playing sports, I love everybody. I want everybody to win. But at the same time, you got to compete. You got to be willing to show up. Good attitudes. I watch people break down. And the thing is, one of the reasons why I have my team focus in on this is because if you're not visualizing a positive attitude, and the negative starts coming in, you can very easily go to that dark side, that negative side, and you can start focusing in on that. And when you do that, you derail your success. Don't focus in on that negative, ladies and gentlemen. Let that go. It's okay. That negativity is not going to let you win the game. Instead, let them jaw jack. Let them talk. Let them do whatever they're going to do, and then after that, take home your trophy. You get what I'm saying? Because you're visualizing all the good things. You're visualizing all the great things. And they just want to knock you off your game. Maybe make you talk back. Don't worry about all that. That's irrelevant. That is not to the place that you're going. And if it is to the place you're going, and, some people, their deliberate actions is to knock you off your course. And you can't let them do it. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be mind strong, mentally tough. That tenacity of mind to where it doesn't matter what comes your way. You can handle it. You can get over any hurdle. Even if you're running hurdles and you fall, I used to laugh at people who fell at hurdles. And I realize now that it wasn't about them falling that was a big deal to me. It was about the fact that as soon as they fell and hit that hurdle, they got up and they kept running. I can tell you right now, there's a girl at our school, she hit, I think she hit every hurdle but 2 on the 300 hurdle. But every single time she got up, because her clear vision was to cross that finish line. And that's what mattered to her. And so if you're not willing to hit the hurdle and get up, you're willing to hit the hurdle and stay down and yell at the hurdle, well, guess what? You're not going to finish the race. And that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for coming today. Happy Monday. You know, you're amazing. You're fantastic. You're special. I just want you to go out there, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to be the best you can be. And I want you to plan it. I want you to see it. And I want you to execute it. If you see it and then you execute, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be a powerful force in anything you do. Go out there and get the love you deserve. Go out there and get the games that you want to win. Go out there and get the finances that you want. Get all the success that you want. Get all the things that you want to do. Get it. But you got to plan it first. How can you reach for things you don't know that you want? I don't know. If I don't know I want this green highlighter, if I don't put it together, let me go over this way. If I don't put together a plan to get it, a green highlighter, I could come up with an orange one or a yellow one, and that might be what I need. I might not come up with a highlighter at all. I might come up, you know, I want this green highlighter, but next thing you know, I come up with a pen. Or I want this green highlighter, and next thing you know, I come up and I go buy a cord. Well, why is that important? Because I didn't get what I wanted because I didn't plan to go get it. And that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to figure out what you want, and I want you to execute your plan to go get it. And don't let anything stop in your way. Hit every hurdle, that's fine. Jump on over the hurdle, that's great. But if you hit it, get up and keep going. I believe and I love in each and every single one of you, and thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you sometime this week. Same bad time, same bad channel.